Hello everybody, welcome back to another great tutorial presented by Code Cyclone. As always, my name is Chris Burkhart, and today we're going to be going over a few things inside the editor today to get away from some coding. And today specifically we're going to worry about the teleporter and the jump pad, and then towards the end we're going to make our own custom teleporter in Kismet alone. So we don't have to worry about fancy meshes or sound effects or any of that nonsense. Of course, if you really wanted to, you could also add those inside the editor as well. But first things first, let's go ahead and jump right into it. We're going to do the jump pad first, and as you can see I've already got it here to show you. So we have a jump pad here, which you can find by going into your content browser, going to actor classes, and we can do UTJumpPad, and there it is, and you can simply click and drag onto your editor, or into your level that is, and it'll pop one there for you. Now, the jump pad, the way it works is it's given a point or an object to look at. It's a path node, so that way it knows which way to shoot you. So what we've done is towards the top of this little exchange here, I've put a path node, which you can find just right-clicking, add actor, add path node, and it's right there. Now all you have to do is if you were to go into its properties, actually you don't even have to go that far. You can see it's called path node 0 right there. But say for some reason that didn't work, its name is also there, and its tag as well. I believe jump pad only works by name, so you're going to have to use this. Some other ones, like you'll see with the teleporter later, worry about this tag field. But for now, we're going to go ahead and worry about just the name. So we're going to take path node 0, and we're going to open this guy up by double-clicking him. And the jump target, you can actually just type in path node 0 and it will fill in the rest of this for you. So if we were to do this, we can clear it out. We can just say path node underscore 0 and it fills in the rest for us. Alright, and that should be good to go. It's really that simple for a jump pad. One thing to note, always build your stuff after you put something in, and try to avoid light masks while you're just testing because it takes forever to build. And of course AI paths don't take any time at all. Alright, so now you can see we got it in there, and if we walk onto it, it shoots us right towards that path node. A little shy of the wall, but that's okay. That means we just have to keep holding forward to do it, which is no problem. Alright, good. So that works. Let's go ahead and move on. Next thing is going to be the teleporter. Now as you can see I've put one here, and there's one on this end on the other side of the wall, just so we can see that we are reflecting over the wall. And you can find the teleporter over in the content browser again. It's over here. If we go to actor classes, and as you saw when we first loaded this up, there was already my typing in there. You can just do UTTele, and you're going to want the teleporter, not the custom mesh, but teleporter. And the same thing, you click, drag onto your room. You're going to need 2 of them though, because even if you make it a one-way path, you still need to have the second one there in order for it to find it. So what you're going to do is, like I did, just put 2 in there. Let's go and double click on one, and one field you're going to have to make notice of is this teleporter, or this URL rather. Now what you do to get this to work is you have to go into the tag field and put in a tag. Now I simply just use the name, which is perfectly viable, but I mean you could do something like red spawn teleporter, give it an actual meaningful name, but for the purpose of this tutorial it's unnecessary. But anyways, as you can see, UTTeleporter 1 is tagged UTTeleporter 1, and we're going to make it go to UTTeleporter 0, which when you look at that, the UTTeleporter 0's properties, it's inverse, so this one's going to 1, and its tag is 0. Alright, so after you've done all that, you can go play from here, and you will see a nice little piece going on. If you look over, you can see them both. And if we walk through, sure enough, we are on the other side. Pretty cool, right? Alright, so we got 2 simple yet very effective objects that really embellish a level, can allow you to move players around a world without them ever feeling like they've really gone great distances, even though they have. But let's say you don't want to use UT stuff. You want to use something a little more your own vice, and you don't want to use code to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to build one inside Kismet. Now, you may think this actually is hard, but it's really not. All I've done here is I've actually got it started. As you can't see it because it blends in so well, but I actually have a trigger volume that I installed in this little doorway. Alright, now we've done trigger volumes before when we're messing with Matinee and Kismet, but just in case you guys haven't seen those videos, you take your builder brush and you put it where you want it, and you'll go over to volumes, and then of course click on trigger volume and it will spawn one there for you. Which is actually kind of funny. I was expecting UT to have like a teleporting volume, but they didn't. They got a portal volume. Not sure what that is though. Maybe for another tutorial we'll mess with that, but for now, let's go ahead and get our brush out of there and click on our little guy there. Now go ahead and open up Unreal Kismet. We're going to pull that over. And as you can see, I got the sequence here, but let's go ahead and rebuild it just so everyone can see it. Let's right click, do a new event using the trigger volume. Alright, bring it in. Now we're going to need a few variables here. First off, we're going to need an object to hold the player reference. So we go there. And now we're going to need two different sequences dealing with actors. First, we're going to need to get location and rotation. And we're also going to need, where is it? Back to actor. And we're going to do a set location. Oh, they actually have a teleport one here too. Fancy that. Well, either way, even though they got one, let's still build one from scratch like we did before. That is kind of cool. I didn't even see that last time. And I got get location and rotation. What am I doing? One of those long days, you know. Set actor location. Thank you. Okay, so we'll connect those two. Connect these, and go ahead and connect that. Alright. Now, we are going to need to get something to warp to. Now, we already have this guy here, so let's go ahead and just make use of him. Go ahead and highlight him. Open up Kismet. Right-click. New object variable. And point that as the target of get location and rotation. Next, you're going to need two variables, which are vectors, one for the location and one for the rotation. So, location and rotation. Oop, actually, this is the wrong one. Break that link, please. There we go. Alright, and just to make sure we're not copying the old one, we're going to break that link so it doesn't actually do what it was doing. Well, it's not going to matter. You can see clearly that they're identical. Okay. We can play from here. Now, if we walk into this, it pushes us right up there. It's an effective teleportation. Now, as you saw, and we both learned today, that they actually have a teleporting sequence, which simplifies this, but I know lots of people try to stay away from a lot of Unreal things. So, if you're looking for a very custom way, that's a very raw way of doing it. And for those of you that are coding, you can do the same thing in code. Just, you know, have a little actor inside your game, and whenever the player touches it, set his location and play a sound effect to do it. Very simple, but it works wonders. I mean, it really is that simple to teleport a player or even to jump a player. Which, you know, just for the heck of it, let's go ahead and open up that code. So let's go ahead and open. And we're going to go to Development, Source, and let's open up UTJumpPad. Alright. Ooh, actually we're going to have to jump back one more class. Go figure, right? This is just a content class. Alright. So, let's see here. If you go through it and we go through it slow, when you touch, or when a player touches it, it's going to set a pending touch in motion, which you can see here is the event post-touch. And when that happens, we tell it to stop falling if it is one, or if it is falling. We make sure that it has physics, and we make sure it's a pawn. After which, if it's a bot, it has to do some AI things. But for the most part, we're going to keep going. If it's walking, we set its physics to falling, we tell it can't do a jump, or double jump that is, and we set its velocity equal to the jump velocity. Now, jump velocity is a vector that this teleporter generates, which will give a nice arc to that path node that we set up. It's our jump target. Alright. We also, and right after that, we adjust for gravity if it is altered and all that other stuff. But basically, the base idea is make sure they're not falling already. If they are, you know, end it and then reset up their physics, and then just modify their velocity. That's really as easy as it gets. Nothing much to it. Alright. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. This definitely was something I wasn't quite familiar with myself, so I'm glad I was able to learn it along with you. And as always, have a good day and check in next time.